I can't even lie, guys. I am so sleepy. I am so sleepy. But we're gonna start soon. Mm. 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 Long day. Definitely long day. Alrighty, guys. Is it gonna fuck up because I moved it too early? Like I moved it a second? Are we good? Oh, the countdown freed me. Hi guys, welcome in. My name is TAIGA, I'm a kitty bartender, a member of AmITheA, and I was supposed to have a collab in an hour, but my collab partner got sick, so we just rescheduled the collab, and now it's just me. Now, you know, I was thinking about it, and I was like, do I just sleep? But it's already like 8 p.m. I probably shouldn't sleep. Oh my god, wait a second! Welcome in, Raiders. My name is TAIGA. I'm a kitty bartender, a member of AmITheA. Thank you so much for the raid, Teddy Sunday. I hope you guys had a wonderful stream. I literally just started. I ain't got much to promote or anything, but I hope you had a wonderful stream, Teddy. I see you were playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I don't know what that is, but I hope you had fun. Oh my god, thank you so much for 34 months, Minx! Bro, I'm rushing a gift for the con today right now, Dyke. Hey, Minx, isn't it like the last day of your con today too? No, today's Saturday for you? No, today's Sunday for you. Bro, your fine self. I have nothing to promote except that I am just a silly guy that's very sleepy today. Very sleepy. Very sleepy day. I had soup and fries and Chipotle. I had to return something because it broke when I took off the tag, but at least I got my money back. That's about it. I got jerky. I got me my favorite meat sticks. I bought scratch-offs and I won $10, so the scratch-off paid for itself for once. Yeah, you didn't share fries, I didn't. Actually, I gave the rest of my fries to my brother. I'm not tabling this time, but I gotta head in and help gang and get people shit. Good luck, Minx. I saw that Mary was at the con. He was telling me about it. And the fur babies get any treats? They got dinner. They got dinner. I guess that's a treat, right? She was actually just behind me, and then she just skedaddled somewhere. But yeah, it's a oh my god, a very lazy Sunday. Saturday. See, I don't even know what day of the week it is. I'm gonna head out and eat. Oh my god, have a good meal. Thank you again for the raid. Hope he's going today too. I'm drawing something for him. He probably is. We have something we have to do this upcoming week, so I know he'll still be in. I'm pretty sure he's still going. Yeah, tell Mary I said hi. I tell you, I just started my new job today. I am a caregiver who works 12-hour shifts in long-term care. It went super well. I get to use a walkie-talkie, which is so sick. Let's go! What brand of walkie-talkie is it? Is it Motorola? I used to work for Motorola. You scare me with Sunday? High key, I scared myself. I was like, what fucking day is it? And then I looked at my stream, it says Saturday. Time is a social construct these days. I have no clue. Wow, it's so cool though. I have no clue. Damn, I don't even know what I said. Hello, how are you today? I'm tired. I'm alright though. Do you say, do you have code names? When I use walkie-talkies, I love using code names. Random code names. Yeah, I don't even know what we should do today. I could play a game. We could vibe. It's been a hot minute since we've had a stream that's just been you and me. Like, it's been a collab almost every day for, like, the past, oh my god, 6 months, I think? It's been just, like, collab every single day. So, I actually have no idea what to do. It's been a while since I've been by myself. That'll been funny as fuck. I'm so glad. I'm glad. Yellow. Hi, Mallow. Oh, man. Do you even have enough energy to play games? That's so real. You know what my favorite hobby is? Doom scrolling TikTok. Oh shit, it's the sucker for a good deal. Free software. Listen, the amount of like random free shit that's on my computer. itch.io, always afraid to see me, my dude. Alright? itch.io, me downloading all of those fucking games. Hey, listen, if it's free.99, it's going in my pocket. I don't even play Honkai Star Rail anymore. I don't play gacha games. And they put out like a tweet saying that you can get Archer for free. I'm re-downloading the game to get the Archer and I'm uninstalling right after. Free 99 is my favorite thing in the universe. Hi. We can brain rot or I can go on Reddit and we can read Am I the Asshole posts. My favorite thing to do when I'm at a coffee shop and I'm like not reading a book, I just see if people think they are the asshole. Honkai Star Rail's how I found you? Oh man, that's so crazy. Is there a game that we play with patrons? I don't know. Probably? Am I the asshole? I wonder what's on Am I the Asshole? It's been a hot minute since I've been on there. Oh my god. I'm so sniffly. Whew. I'm going to be old in 5 days. My birthday is in 5 days, May 8th. It's been so many May birthdays. Happy birthday to all the Mays. I am so game for a Brain Rot with Taiga stream. Honestly, I think it's gonna be Brain Rot Saturday. Sneeze into my hands? You want my cooties? You want my cooties? Achoo. I'm trying to think of other random shit I've downloaded for free over the years. Damn. Left 4 Dead 2? It's gonna be May. It's okay. I thought April 31st was a day, and then I was told that that wasn't a day. It was actually already May 1st, so. I'll make art out of your snot for the fridge? No, thank you. I put it on, like, my scheduled tweet. I put April 31st, and people in the comments were like, Taiga, it's May. Man. God damn it. I never remember how I find streamers I watch. They kind of show up. You know, I feel that as the vibes. Do you like Otome games? I love Otome games. Cult of the Lamb was so good. I brain rotted that shit. It's like, you can't be pretty and smart? Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna remember that. Mario Kart. Mario Kart gives me such bad motion sickness. It's so sad. It's so sad. I'm trying to think. Have I missed any updates with you guys since I've seen y'all? I don't think so. No. I don't got anything, I don't think. Marvel's on stream. What is your favorite Otome game? Oh my god, I have no idea. This is so long. Utapri? Oh god, that's so long ago. The girl with the mushroom hair. Don't you have a major in math? I do. They really said pick a struggle. Hey, I'm tired, man. I don't even say how I think I found you because I can't think of any other way I would've. Man. Codenames Kid Next Door? That's a show. I have one Otome game in mind, and it's from creator of Creepypasta Bloody Painter. Yo, I did not read creepypastas. I know there was the one with the House of Imaginary Friends or whatever with the girl, but I think that was like the only one I read. Mystic Messenger. You know, everyone kept saying I was Jumin Han. Is that the guy with the suit and the cat? Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Yes, that is the only creepypasta I read. Something about like the red-haired girl or something. That is Jumin? Yeah. That is, that is the one everyone compares me to, because he, what is it? Jumin Han is gay? Frankie! Yeah. Can we do short horror stories? That's a thing? I don't think I've ever read that. Okay, well first, you know what? Let's go check Am I the Asshole? Let's see who thinks they're an asshole today. I'm curious. I want to know what the tea is, you know? Okay, we're gonna change the title. Reading Am I the Asshole parts. Okay. Second mode. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, thank you so much for the follow, Stellar Starmy. Welcome in. Oh my god, I'm moving in slow motion. Like, in my brain. I wish I was high as fuck right now. I am so sober, this sucks. Why am I sober? The one day I don't want to be sober. Life is fucking pain. Okay. Alright. Wow. 79% of guys wish they'd started sooner. What is this? So, the 79% of guys wish they started sooner. Start now. Save more hair. More hair?! Hey, I have all of my hair. I have a lot of hair. Why is this an ad? Alright, let's see. We have 6 hours ago. 1.8k upvotes. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, the words are so tiny. I can barely fucking read them. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom in somehow. Let me see. Control plus? Okay, we're gonna make ourselves smaller. Okay. Let's see. Called you body locks? I'm gonna remember that. Okay. I'm sorry, this music is really funny for this. Now, thank you for the follow, Muffin. Welcome in. I do have my glasses on, I do. Okay. Am I the asshole for not firing my nanny so my ex and I can share? Share? What are we sharing? The nanny? My ex and I have 2 kids, 5 and 7. He has the kids every other Monday and Friday. The school doesn't have a good after-school program. We let the kids go there if we're desperate, but I have a nanny and he has his mom pick up the kids most of the time. My ex has been extremely difficult with child support. We've been separated for 11 months and he hasn't given me a penny. Wow, what a bitch! Okay. After my ex and I separated, one of my kids' teachers recognized Jenna, saying she primarily worked with single parents and low-income families. Jenna told me her rate is $35 an hour if I want her to only work for my family. I told her I can't afford that, so she offered a second option. She works for me, but she also does backup care or finds another family to work for her. No, 4. Full stop. When she only has my kids, I pay her $25 an hour. When she has other kids almost every day, I pay her $15. I also do some other work for her, like basic accounting, writing up contracts for the other parents to sign, and writing waivers for her, driving the kids in exchange for the lower rate when it's just us. Oh! Okay. When the only people she works with consistently, but she has a list of people that use her when their after-school care falls through for any reason other than contagious illness. She typically has extra kids at least 3 days a week, but usually closer to 4 or sometimes 5. She has a routine. She picks up all the kids, everyone gets a snack, she provides snack unless the kid has an allergy or special diet. They head to the library where everyone now has homework, does homework, and everyone else reads or plays quietly. After homework, they go to museums, the community pool, splash pad, arcade, the park, events at the library, snack and snack, okay. I do love snack and snack, why is that so hard to say? Then parents start picking up, but she starts dropping off, second snack, damn, dropping off the kids. My ex's mom is getting to a point where she can't watch the kids every day, but my ex doesn't want a nanny that's watching up to 5 kids at a time. Jenna isn't willing to take multiple families on my weeks, and only my kids on my ex's week because she'd lose clients if she wasn't available half the time. My ex and I agree that it would be better for the kids if we had consistent childcare, but he isn't willing to try Jenna, and I can't afford to pay more than what I'm currently paying. Tried telling my ex that I will get another nanny if he pays for it, but if not, I will stick with Jenna. Now he's saying I'm not willing to work with him for the sake of the kids, and I won't consider quality childcare because I'm not willing to pay more than $15 an hour. Now I'm wondering if I'm wrong for not getting a new nanny. Chat? Thoughts? I don't know. I actually had so many different nannies growing up because my mom always worked because my mom was a single mom. I had a nanny that did not speak a lick of English. She actually only spoke Greek. So I actually picked up on a ton of Greek when I was a baby. And I don't know how, like, my mom and her even, like, communicated with each other. Because she didn't speak English. And my mom didn't really speak English either. But she was a nice lady and taught me a lot of Greek cuisine. I love me a good gyro. And baklava. And aglo-lemonos? The lemon rice chicken soup. Oh man, and the flaming cheese. I love me the flaming cheese. Yeah. And then I also had a nanny that kept trying to like get her daughter to date me. But it was really weird because we were so young. And I was just like, no. No, but we did go trick-or-treating with each other and watch the Avatar, like the cartoon show. I do remember her very fondly. She was a really nice girl. I just did not want to date her, especially because I was like 10. But anyways, yeah, so the ex is a fucking piece of shit. Because he doesn't even pay child support. So, what the... Alright, let's see. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Dating at 10? I know, right? I think she was just trying to prepare early. She was like, what is... God, it's been so long. She said something about, like, investing in my daughter's future. And I was like, what? Okay, what if I turn out to be a dick? You know, what if I end up being ugly? You don't know that. Like, what, you know, what if I end up being a homo? Like, what happens then? But anyways, yeah, not the asshole. Not the asshole. Wow. That's, what a bitch, though. $15 an hour for a nanny is really cheap. Like, really cheap. I wonder what people are saying in the comments. I guess let's see what the commenters are saying. All right. Not the asshole, assuming your custody child support agreement requires that he arranges for his own childcare of days where he is responsible for the kids. Childcare situation is great. There's nothing wrong with it. It sounds like you're getting excellent service for a very reasonable price. Okay. They get 2 snacks. That's what I'm saying. They have 2 snacks. 2 snacks. I want 2 snacks. Alright, let's see what else we got. Okay, this is 3 days ago. It's been marked not the asshole. So I guess the majority of the people, the 25,000 people upvoted this, concur that the poster is not an asshole. Let's see what it is. Am I the asshole for refusing to change someone else's baby's diaper? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because why would I? No. 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 No, I know how to change a baby's diaper. It doesn't mean I want to. Okay, so let's see. My wife and I have been married 10 plus years and have a few kids. What is a SIL? Spouse-in-law? Sister-in-law. Sister-in-law. And her husband had a baby 2 years ago. No major complaints. They just tend to ask for people to do stuff that I would think they do themselves. They'll come over our house. They live an hour away, and they'll ask ahead of time if we have their kids' favorite crackers on hand. Why they don't just pack crackers, I don't know. They are well off. Money not an issue. Damn. Okay. If one of them leaves the room, they'll ask one of us, my wife or kids, to be in charge of the baby, even if the other parent is right there, just scrolling on their phone or something. Oh. But whenever I say something to my wife, she says I'm being too much. But this is the sister of the wife. Okay. The other day, we're having a dinner at mother-in-law's house when the baby had a poopy diaper. The sister-in-law looks at me and says in the sweetest voice, Uncle blank, can you change the diaper? She frequently does this when we're there, but this was the first time I was asked. What? I answered politely, no, I'm sorry, I don't do that. You don't do diapers? No, I don't do other people's kids' diapers if their mom or dad is around. I mean, if I'm babysitting, sure thing, but yeah, if the parents are around, I just feel like it's their job. Sister-in-law looks like she's ready to cry. Well, I feel selfish. Oh! What? Girl, what? A smile to try and set her at ease. Not trying to make you feel any way, just telling you a boundary is all. My table got really awkward as she got up and did the diaper. Afterwards, my wife blamed me for making sister-in-law feel bad and said I could have just changed the diaper. But why? Why am I gonna change some other kid's diaper? Not trying to make anyone feel bad, but I've had 3 kids and I always took responsibility. I watched them, I packed for them, I changed them. I'm not looking to be a secondary parent for this kid. Oh, okay, top 1% commenter. Yo, not the asshole. Your sister-in-law only felt bad because the obvious was pointed out to her. You said no when she asked you, then she pressed you further, trying to either guilt you into changing the diaper or make you look bad because you didn't want to change a poopy diaper. No, that's so crazy. Because... Wait, what? The heck, they can change the baby. That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. I think sister-in-law may feel overwhelmed but doesn't know how to properly ask for help. Even so, not the asshole. Why doesn't she ask her husband? Right? Because it seems like... Is the husband there? Maybe the husband was there. I don't know. But still. Okay. Oh! 2 hours ago. I'm only saying this because my sisters did the same. Ooh. When they said so ones, I thought this was going to be some random person in public. And you know, true. It was like some random lady just asked you to clean their child's poopy diaper? Alright, let's see. Am I the asshole for not paying for my friend's hospital bills? I, 24 male, live with my friend, 26 male, in a 2-bedroom apartment. We were friends before living with each other, so we set some ground rules. And one of them was that we don't share groceries. We have separate mini fridges in our rooms, so you couldn't even eat or drink something that isn't yours on accident. Damn, this guy does not know how to format. One day, I was out with friends and I was craving the cake in my fridge for when I come home. When I came home, oh my god, I'm struggling to read this. I saw that the fridge was empty and I saw the plate in the trash. Turns out he was allergic to peanut butter, which was in the cake, and he saw himself in the mirror, face puffy and red as a tomato, so he called an ambulance. Nothing serious happened to him. After he saw the cost of ambulance and EpiPen, he asked me to pay for it all because apparently I poisoned him. I told him that he stole my cake without even telling, and told him to F off, and went home. He told all of our friends, and they were telling me to at least help him pay it. So am I the asshole? What? Yo, I'm sorry, like, 24M needs to take English classes, but not the asshole. Because why did roommate go into friend's room and steal his cake? Then your fridge. No, that's crazy. I think homie should buy the roommate a new cake. Like, he poisoned himself. You're right. What? No, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, that's instant karma. That's instant karma. All right. Ooh. Okay, let's see. What's this one? Am I the asshole for refusing to travel with my brother's family because his kids only eat junk food? Okay. Male 39, am currently undergoing cancer treatment. In the end of it all, I am planning to take a holiday with a friend or family member to travel to the other side of the world. I am based in the UK, and I'm thinking Vietnam, South Korea, Japan, or somewhere around there I have never been. I asked my brother, 43 male, if he would consider coming with me. He got very excited and said his daughter, 12 female, and son, 8 male, would also come along. They are both incredibly picky eaters, and my niece only eats plain beige foods. That's, I'm so sorry to my lovely British people, but that sounds extremely British. That's British core right there. She won't even have a burger at McDonald's. I mean, it's beige. Just chips and nuggets, and that's pretty much 80% of the kids' diet. I know my brother and his wife have tried hard to introduce them to other foods, but they just won't eat it. I love the 2 kids to bits. I really do. Damn. Okay. However, I want to travel to experience the food culture, and that is a major part of it for me. And it's true, yeah, because I told my best friend, okay, I'll even say it right now, one of my best friends of 10 years now, I told her we're never traveling together. And it's not even because, like, I think, like, she would be, like, a person that wouldn't be fun to travel with. She's just a picky eater. And I am not going to travel with a picky eater. It's just not going to happen. I love food too much. I love trying new things. I love trying new things with people. So if I go with someone that won't try the food, I'm not gonna waste my time. So, yeah, we haven't even finished this already, and like even like I would not want to travel with someone that is picky with food. I just can't do it. If we're gonna travel in the States, whatever, right? But if I'm going to like a different country with like a different type of cuisine, no. Is this Taiga-chama the coolest cat ever? Hello, Tenniel Bayard. Thank you so much for the follow, Billaboo. There are times you gotta set a boundary. It's true. Young kids have more taste buds, so are more sensitive to foods, but 10 to 12, not the asshole. Traveling with picky eaters? Yeah, like, I have no problem with picky eaters, by the way. As much as I tease picky eaters, because I think it's funny. If I'm traveling, absolutely not. If it's America and like they can get what they want, that's completely fine. But if I'm going to a country to try out food, no. I don't think so. All right. However, I want to travel to experience the food culture that is a major part of it for me. I want to get off the beaten path and experience things in life I haven't been brave enough to experience before. For me, selfishly, this trip is about the end of my cancer and celebrating that there is a life after cancer. It's also not something I can easily afford. That's so fair. Yeah, no, I know a few people with ARFID. I do. This is where I might be the asshole. I asked my brother to come travel with me, and when he said his kids would come too, I told him I would rather travel with someone else. He is disappointed and angry with me and frustrated that I don't want to travel with his family. Feels I am being selfish as traveling with his children can also be fulfilling. I would also like to spend time with them and do some child-friendly things during the holiday. Hi, welcome in. He had already gotten my niece and nephew excited about the travel too. To make things worse, we live in different countries, so we don't see each other a lot. They'll be very disappointed when they learn I pulled the plug on the plans. I feel conflicted. So am I the asshole? ETA. I am currently having cancer treatment. I only just started. I have grade 3, stage 3 thyroid cancer that has spread to cervical spine. I have chemo now, started first round, and then surgery, then more chemo, and then radio. Travel won't be until late 2026 at the earliest, God willing. ETA. The travel will be 2 weeks. ETA. It's not a holiday to a tourist destination. I look to go off the beaten path. Okay. Yeah, no, I completely agree with, like, the ARFID comment. Yeah, like, that's a thing. And if you have ARFID, that's totally okay. But like I said, if I'm traveling and they can't try new foods, I'm not traveling with them. That's just how it is. And if I can go to places where, like, you know, they can eat the food that they want to, completely fine. But if I'm traveling to a country and they're not able to eat, like, the country's cuisine, absolutely not. And that's, like, because I'm pretty sure my best friend has, like, a specific level of ARFID. She hasn't been checked. I'm pretty sure she has been. Though I will say that a lot of, like, her food problems stems from her mom, because her mom, I don't even want to get into it. But, yeah. That's a whole other issue. It seems like a lot of people agree that not the asshole. Alright, let's see. Not the asshole, even if these kids were willing to try everything. Kids that age still need to have almost everything edited to suit their needs. This would be a holiday for them with you tagging along. Find someone else to go with, or really brave it and go by yourself. I think that he should go by himself. Not the asshole. Food is a huge reason to experience other cultures, and you're going to spend a lot of meal times at McDonald's instead of anywhere worth visiting a foreign country for. Also, a holiday with kids in tow is very different to one of just adults. He was the one who told them about it after he unfairly expected them to be able to come without it changing anything. You're in the clear. Yeah, it's true, because what was it? I can't travel with children. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I did for like a little bit, because, like, you know, my nieces and nephews, but, like, nah, no more. I can't do it. Hi, welcome in. Let's see. Oh, all right, 20K, not the asshole. Am I the asshole for making my sick husband clean up his vomit? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Throwaway. My husband has been dealing with a stomach bug of some kind for the last few days. Vomiting, diarrhea, nausea. I've been taking care of him in the house and kids by myself because of because of it, which is a lot of work with 2 under 5. Ooh, okay. This morning my husband wanted to try eating something, so I made him toast as requested. As he was on the couch nibbling on his breakfast, I was making our toddlers their breakfast and feeding them when I hear him violently gagging in the other room. He'd been hanging out in the living room during this entire illness, so he had a trash can there in case he had to puke or whatever. Called out to him to remember to use it or to go to the bathroom. He thought it was vomit. He didn't listen and threw up all over the floor and got some on the couch. Oh! Husband then comes into where I'm feeding our kids and says he's gonna go to our room so I can clean up his puke. What? I said absolutely not. There was really no reason for him to vomit all over the floor, so he needed to take care of it. I had been cleaning it all up all weekend already without complaining when he was getting sick by surprise, but he has plenty of time to prepare for this and not make a mess. Husband is now all mad at me for not showing him a good bedside manner. So am I the asshole? Update. Never expected so many comments. Feel very validated. All day my husband kept making snide comments at me about not being a good wife. Oh, hell no! And anyone who cares about their loved one wouldn't punish them when they're sick. So I showed him your comments and it finally shut him up. I received many DMs and there's been lots of comments about hubby possibly getting me and our children sick. Don't worry, and the rest of us are okay. Husband likely got food poisoning from eating food that had been sitting in the work break room for nearly 24 hours. Damn. You had to remind him to vomit in the bin or the bathroom? That's so real. Oh my god, congratulations on finishing your semester, Brownie. Yo, what? I've been so violently sick before that I couldn't make it to the bathroom and threw up in the hallway, so I know it's not always possible to control it. You know what I also did? Clean that up by myself because A, I'm an adult that can clean up after myself, and I didn't want to potentially expose anyone else to my horrible stomach bug germs. Your husband is being selfish and inconsiderate. Damn. No, I'll die on this hill with you. That's so true, though, because even, like, when I've been sick and, like, I haven't, like, made it to the bathroom to vomit and stuff, I clean up after myself. I'm a grown-ass adult. You don't marry someone to have a caretaker, you know? You marry someone as a partner. It's 50-50. That's so crazy. That's so insane. All right, let's see. Ooh! Okay. This is interesting right here. Am I the asshole for insisting my son pays rent? Okay. Let's see. My son, 22, and his girlfriend, 18. Yeah. Okay. I got food poisoning from Olive Garden in college, and the only sick person food I had in my apartment was tomato soup. Oh, that's so rough. Tomato soup. Taiga, you're a unicorn for saying that? Oh, that relationships are 50-50? Yeah, I know. Because even like with like some of like my friends too. So here's how I feel about the 50-50 thing, right? I think it should be like 50-50 in your own capabilities, right? So here's a good example. Say you have a partner and the partner makes more income than you, right? It makes more sense for them to help out with more of the bills because they have the higher income. But maybe for you then, because you make the lesser income, you do a little more work around the house, like you clean up the house and, you know, you do the cooking, the dishes, blah, 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 blah. Everything should be 50-50. Regardless of how the split is, to make it feel even between both partners, it should be 50-50. Because I say this as someone that had to take care of my whole family and my own mom. Everything was 100% on Taiga. So, I think if I ever did get a partner, it'd have to be 50-50. I think a lot of people need to understand that, like, just because you love someone doesn't mean that you should be doing everything for them. You know? Like, you're an adult. But anyways, I guess let's continue. Let's continue. Alright. My son, 22, and his girlfriend, 18, moved back in at the beginning of the year. Both were jobless and broke. Okay. My wife and I have been coaching them and giving them advice for landing and keeping a job. My son is doing well, but the girlfriend goes through jobs faster than a toddler through the candy jar. I will say she's 18, though, so, like, Okay. My son spends just about every dollar he has tinkering with his Jeep, which is fine otherwise. He's changed his exhaust muffler at least 3 times since they've been here. Their bedroom was on the 3rd floor, so we had to put a window AC unit in. We supply them food, laundry, and all the other necessities. They regularly help themselves to the last of about everything. My wife will cook dinner for everyone then. And this really drives me nuts. After midnight, they're back in the kitchen cooking ramen noodles. Oh. Suffice? Oh. Suffice it to say, our living expenses have increased significantly. Oof. You deserve that after working so hard? That's what I'm saying, right? Luckily, in my house, it's very equal in this house. I cook, they buy the groceries, you know? I pay the house bills, they clean the house. So, alright. This morning, they left out early and spent the morning in town. They came back with clothes from Ross, and my son mentioned they had gone out to eat. This happening as my wife and I were putting together a grocery order and deciding what we need and what we can wait on. I guess I was offended because we struggle to maintain the household they carry on without a care in the world. I did mention to my wife early on that they need to pay rent. By that I mean $200 a month just to offset some of these additional costs. I think she's starting to come around, but am I wrong for expecting this? This is very interesting. Gosh, I don't know. I wonder what the people say. Let me see what the people say. $200 is honestly very little. Now, I don't know if it's because I am a person of color and also an immigrant. Lots of families that are, persons of color have like multi-generational homes where like the parents are kind of expected to take care of the kid until they get older, and then the kid gets a job and then gets married and then pays it forward and takes care of the elders, if that makes sense. Now, if it was just the son, right? I guess like, I don't know. My siblings are in college, right? They're studying, so I take care of the bills and stuff. That doesn't bother me. But, like I said, this is very dependent on the family. But he has a girlfriend, and the girlfriend's not a part of, like, the family, technically. Oh, I don't think the father is the asshole. I think he's completely reasonable expecting $200 a month. Because if he has to house someone that's not even his own child, I don't think so. And especially, like, if they all are, pushing paycheck to paycheck, he should be putting in money if he's eating the food out of the fridge. So let's see what everyone else says. Not the asshole. In fact, you are doing your son a favor and helping him to grow up and begin accepting adult responsibilities. Okay. At the least, they need to pay 100% of what it is costing you to remain under your roof. Allowing an adult child to rely totally on you teaches them not to take care of themselves, and they will not benefit from that. He's no longer a little boy, so stop treating him like one. 22 is much too old to be living at home like a teenager. It's true! I will say in my family, the only exception to the above is if an adult child is seriously in an educational or training program. My kids all know I will help them in this pursuit, not because it is my responsibility, but because I want to help them realize their long-term employment goals if I can. For whatever reason, your son has a sense of entitlement that you and your wife had created there and are allowing. Stop that today and help him grow up into an adult who can make his own way. As for the young girlfriend, too bad you allowed her to move in on your nickel. Exactly. So yeah, basically what I said here. The girlfriend's kind of... Rent is $550, $700 a week in my area, $200 a month with free laundry and food is crazy. Yeah. My parents never asked for rent, but I also was their caregiver 24/7 towards the end. But in this case, they should contribute if they're working. Yeah, no, $200 is very, very, very little. So I can input my input on this. I'm living with a boyfriend and his parents. I'm currently jobless, but job searching. I've been taking on the duty of cooking, cleaning, taking care of the pets. I even help my boyfriend's dad with yard work without him asking me to help him. It's all without me paying rent to my boyfriend's parents. Exactly. So that's basically what I was talking about earlier, right? If you're like providing and like, putting in your 2 cents in like ways, like even if it's not monetary, then it's fine. But from what it sounds like in this guy's post, his son is doing fucking nothing. Like, he obviously has money if he went to Ross and went out to eat and changed his exhaust muffler 3 times, right? So, yeah, no, he's completely valid. All right, let's see. Oh, this one looks crazy. Okay, chat. Am I the asshole for correctly guessing my friend's baby sex? Oh, you know, I can only imagine how this one's gonna go. Okay. On the weekend, my wife, 38 female, and I, 39 male, went to my friend's gender reveal. For background information, our friend already has 2 boys, and she told my wife that she is hoping for a girl this time. In the car on the way there, my wife asked me what gender I thought the baby would be. I said that given that the sex ratio at birth is about 105 boys for every 100 girls, that my guess is that this child would be a boy. My wife said that given our friend had 2 boys already, surely there would be more chance of a girl this time. I don't think that's how it works. I replied that the 2 boys were not relevant to the sex of the child our friends were expecting, and that there was still about a 51% chance that this child would be a boy. I was about to say, yeah, the strongest swimmer, I guess. At the gender reveal, it was announced that this child would also be a boy. Although my friend tried to appear happy at the party, it was clear that she was disappointed that this child would not be a girl. My wife also appeared to be disappointed as well. Oh, on the drive back home, my wife got angry with me and said that I could have been more supportive and that I shouldn't have been so mathematical with my guess about the baby sex. Oh, and if Dad could have been supportive, referred to my guess that the child would be a boy and my reasoning for that guess. I told her that my response was perfectly reasonable to the questions she asked me. She didn't like that and stayed quiet for the rest of the drive home. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Yeah, no, okay, so this actually, okay, I think I've shared the story before. But this reminds me of a crazy story that I have. Not involving me. Okay, not involving me. Not involving me. So I used to work in a nail salon. Very, very stereotypical Vietnamese. And, I had a customer that always came in with her husband. Okay. And, she had, oh my god, 8 sons. Her husband kept knocking her up because he wanted a daughter so badly. So badly. Like, so badly. 8 sons! No, this is where it gets crazy, okay? So, he's trying to go for a 9th. This man is trying to go for a 9th. The doctor says that she can't have a 9th baby because she will die. She will die. And, you know, there's other ways, you know, to get another baby. Surrogacy, the egg IV thing or whatever. But he's like, no, she has to incubate my child. Bro, but what if it's a boy again? So are you gonna keep the baby or are you gonna keep your wife? I don't know if they ever had the 9th baby. After I quit doing cosmetology, they ended up moving to Texas. So I honestly don't know like the whereabouts of them, but I just vividly remember just like, yeah, so yeah, she would die if she had another kid. She cannot have another child. She's already had 8. Like, what is she? Like a baby making machine, bro? And like, what's wrong with your sperm if she keeps having boys? Like, have you wondered maybe you are the problem? I don't know. You know what I mean? Now, he wanted to be a girl dad so bad, and like he just refused to adopt because it had to be like of his own DNA. Which I was like, you know, IVF, surrogacy, right? I don't know, man. I don't get it. But yeah, 8 sons. 8 sons is that's so many kids. I can't even like listen. My mom had 4, and I told my mom if she had any more than 4, I was running away. I was going to emancipate myself from my mother. I was like, no more children. Don't even fucking think about it. I will say that she did try to get pregnant like a few other times behind my back, but I digress. It hasn't worked, thank fucking God. But she spent 6 years of her time pregnant. Oh my God, dude, how old were you at the time? I did say that before, Dingus. I did. I think I've said it after every single kid that my mom has had. So, she recently, I think when I was like in my 20s, she was like, yeah, I want another kid. And I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. One, I'm 20. I refuse to have a sibling that's one. Like, I had to take care of your children, and I'm not doing it again as an adult. Let me live my life. God damn. Oh my God. My sister has 5 between the ages of 4 and 12. Reasonable. Reasonable, because I think the age gaps between my siblings are a little large, but not super large. So, as the oldest of 6, I feel you so bad. That's what I'm saying, right? A thankless job, oldest siblings. We mostly have girls in my family. If anyone gets pregnant, I always get a bet girl based on the stats. I'm rarely wrong. It's so funny, too, because my family is mostly boys. It's mostly boys. There's, like, I only have, like, I think 5 female cousins compared to, like, the 16 male ones. So, the boys are really common for my family, too. But yeah, that's, dude. Dude. That's so crazy. That's crazy. It was the opposite of my family. My dad really wanted a boy, ended up with 6 girls. Did he end up with the boy? did he end up with the boy by any chance? Age gap between my mom and her youngest sibling, 24 years. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, brother. Actually, hold on. I need to check my calendar or something. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I'm good. Oof. The oldest of 6 too, but it's mostly my sister, Monkey Bear, family nickname, and one in real life name drop here. Who else? My mom take care of the younger ones. The people around me and my age are all female, but the older cousins are men. Oh, yep. Wanted him to have a brother too, and got 2 more girls. Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay, all right. Let's see, dude. Why do they keep telling me that I'm gonna be bald, bro? Thank you so much for the follow, Cloudy Day. Welcome in. What's up with these fucking hymns? My older half-brother was 18 when I was born. Damn. Oh my God, hold on. My kitty cat. It's a sign! Hey! 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 Hey, you guys better watch it. Hold on. What are you doing? What are you doing, Miss Maple? Meow. Meow. Ew. Ew. Okay. Uh-huh. Girl, why is you crying? Girl, why is you crying? Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, now you're quiet. Is that all you wanted? Is that all you wanted? I guess so. I think that's all she wanted. He's trying to warn you about the baldness? I'm gonna remember that. You better get to work with your gifts, minx. Okay, let's see. Am I the asshole for insulting my sister's conception? Alright. I, female 19, was adopted when I was less than a year old. My parents have 3 biological kids, fake names, Jen, 26, Mike, 20, and Tammy, 24. I like these names. Jen and Mike have always treated me like a regular sibling, and we got along really well. Tammy, though. Ooh, we don't like Tammy. has always been kind of distant. I've never really understood why. We've all been raised the same and treated equally. But Tammy's made comments over the years like, I'm not a real family member. And I wouldn't understand because I'm not actually related to them. Ooh! Chat. We don't like Tammy. Tammy has bad vibes. It's time of day, cats are awake, my baby is begging for butt scratches. Yeah, you know, I can never tell if Oliver likes butt scratches or not. Like, I'll, like, start petting him, and then he raises his butt, and I'm like, okay, do you want this or not? And then he, like, gives me the stink eye, and I'm like, okay, never mind, you don't want the butt scratches. But Miss Maple loves them. So, at least someone likes the butt scratches. Alright, let's see. What makes it more confusing is that Tammy isn't fully related either. My parents were on a break after Jen was born, and my mom had a fling with a random guy. What? She got pregnant with Tammy, and the guy left. What? He later got into drugs and wasn't really around. My dad adopted Tammy when she was 3, and has always treated her like his own. She calls him dad, and he's never treated her differently than the rest of us. What? Holy shit! The lore! So for her to be the one who acts like I'm not part of the family has always stung. You gotta beat Tammy up, bro. Hi, Soy Beeb. Anyway, recently we were at a baby shower for my cousin. Pretty much the whole family was there. I was sitting at a table with Mike, Jen, and my boyfriend Simon, 21. Tammy came over pretty drunk. She tends to go overboard at family events. She looked at me and said I shouldn't have even been invited since it was a family-only event, and said I was bold for bringing my boyfriend. What? Jen brought hers too, by the way. Then she turned to Simon and asked why he was with someone like me anyway, and said he could find a girl who had a real family. Bro, yo, it just keeps getting worse. Oh my lord. Okay. Base dad. On God, though. Okay. Everyone just kind of froze. Simon spoke up first and said he loved me and asked what her problem was. Jen also asked her what was going on. I was so thrown off and honestly just done at that point. This is where I might be the asshole. Funny coming from you when you were in an accident mom had with druggy fling. Are you projecting? Oh, I mean, you're halfway in the same boat I am. Just because I'm not related to you guys biologically doesn't make me any less part of this family. At least I was intentionally added to this family. Tammy's a real see you next Tuesday. Sugar honey iced tea, baby. Oh my god. Then I added that she should stop talking about my boyfriend when the last time she was in a relationship was middle school. Oh, dude. Oh my god. She ran off crying and screamed, I hate you. The room went silent and then slowly everyone went back normal. Jen told me not to let it get to me and that I was just as much as family as everyone. Later, my parents talked to me. They said they didn't agree with Tammy at all, but my mom told me I probably didn't need to bring up her dad. Just said, well, my adoption is a sensitive subject for me too. Now it's been a few days. Tammy hasn't spoken to me, Jen, or Mike. I do feel bad about what I said, not because I don't think I had it right to stand up for myself, but because I know I had a nerve and it wasn't my kindest moment. I think I might invite her to lunch soon to try to talk things out. I don't want to have a bad relationship with her forever. Am I the asshole? Alright, chat, what are we thinking? Because this one's crazy. This was posted 4 hours ago. Yo, this is fresh tea. This is fresh tea. And yo, Tammy being 24, beefing with a 19-year-old? That's so crazy. Okay. I don't think she's the asshole. Because she knows that Tammy has been treating her like shit since she was a kid, right? Since she was a baby. Tammy just has a fucking chip on her shoulder, is what it sounds like. Like, I would wait for Tammy to fucking apologize, because she was the one that fucking started it for saying that she wasn't a part of the family. Right? Like, come on. Alright, let us see if the comments agree with us. There's time for being kind, but some people need to experience firsthand what they're dishing out. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm a firm believer in just having, like, feeling negative emotions doesn't make you a negative or bad person. Okay? Like, it's okay to have those feelings. I hope that everyone doesn't, like, feel like a certain way. Like, if you feel this way, that makes you a bad person. It's how you react to those emotions. I say this all the time. It's the actions you take because of those emotions and how you react to them, right? Because there's nothing wrong with how Tammy feels, but her constantly attacking OP instead of trying to understand OP is the problem. Jesus. Okay. Alright, let's see. ETA, not the asshole. With additional info. How has your family handled Tammy in the past? Did they tell her off, punish her in any way when she's previously made comments like this? And are they aware this is an ongoing pattern? Okay, let's see. Okay. When I was in my freshman year of high school, something sort of similar happened when she asked my parents why I was invited on the family trip to visit her family in Sweden. She said it doesn't matter to bring me since I'm not actually related to them. My parents just sternly explained to her that my biological relation has no say in this matter. She hasn't even been this blatantly open about her feelings about my adoption. It's always just been rude comments here and there, and they really ramped up after she lost her job last January. And I think that may have something to do with this anger in her life. Man, that's a personal problem, man. That's a double P, baby. PP. All right, let's see. Let's look at this update. To add context as to why she may have gone off on me at the baby shower, we got into an argument a little over a week ago. I recently bought a new gaming PC which cost me about $2,000. Alright, we like that. I've had the same PC for quite a while at this point, and it was beginning to get slow, and I work at a medium-paying job currently and stayed up to buy it for myself. My birthday was a few weeks ago, and I've been stressed with college, so I figured it would be a little birthday splurge. Anyway, she told me I should have been saving the money for things that are more important than stupid video games. Not this shit. And I told her it's my money and I can spend it on whatever I want. Mind you, her parents are actually currently helping her pay off credit card debt she can't pay off herself. Bro, dude, Tammy's a cunt. Tammy's a cunt. Oh my god. She freaked out and just said, well, not all of us have thousands to just drop on whatever we want. Dude, you're 24. And we were just bickering in circles until my mom told us to stop. We haven't really talked since then, so I think she's been mad at me and took it out on me at this family event to embarrass me something. Honestly, I don't know. Yo, Tammy is crazy. Oh my lord. Okay, let's see. I like this one so far. I just read a little bit. Too many people here expecting a 19-year-old to be more mature than a mean 24-year-old projecting. You're not the asshole, but your family is for allowing this behavior to continue and not getting the girl the therapy she clearly needs. Your parents saying you shouldn't have mentioned her father? Again, they're responsible for her behavior. And now at 24, everyone wants to act shocked. Sure, you could have handled it better, and you've obviously been handling it better for years, but sometimes you have to go low so people understand how high you've been taking it. Damn! Yo, that's a good sentence right here. This is basically what Malo said. Sometimes you have to go low so people understand how high you've been taking it, and it's true! It's true. I'm like a firm believer in, you think you can go low, baby? I can go lower. I can go lower, and you don't want to see it happen. Okay? The reason why you're still breathing is because I've stayed higher than you. But once I go lower, you're never gonna recover. You're never gonna recover. And I can count on the number of fingers on my hands of fights that I've gotten into because people have made me go lower. It hasn't gone past the digits on my hands, but the times I have gone lower, I was not pretty for any party involved. Yeah. So, not the asshole. Why are you feeling bad? This wasn't a one-time thing. This has been years of Tammy targeting you and deliberately taking joy in trying to make you feel like crap and like you aren't wanted. You stood up for yourself once, and that was the consequence of her actions. Don't you dare apologize or take her out as you're literally enabling her to continue walking all over you and treating you like crap. If it hit her close to home, then what does it do to you every time? Yet that's never made her once stop or apologize. Real! As for your parents, tell them clearly that's rich when in all these years she's done this and they have just expected you to take it. The one time you push back and stand up for yourself, they try and make you feel guilty and tell you that you were in the wrong, as you didn't let her abuse you like always. That you don't owe her any consideration for her issues around her dad when she deliberately tries to use your past as a weapon to hurt you. That maybe if they stopped enabling her and called her out, she would have stopped long ago. Regardless, you're not sorry. You stood up for yourself as you've had enough, and from now on you will loudly call her out every single time, and if that humiliates her, then maybe she will learn to stop trying to humiliate and hurt you by ever doing it any chance she gets. It's true! This is a good one. This is a good comment. Don't put a nice person off the tax shelf. I know, I've always said too, okay? The scariest people in this world are the nicest, kindest people, because you don't know what they're capable of. they probably have the patience of a fucking saint, okay? Built like a shit brick house. And you never know, when you pull that string the wrong way, you are absolutely fucked. You're absolutely fuckarooned, you know? I believe if you know you're a bad drunk, then you have no business drinking. And even if you aren't, no drinking to your limit at family gatherings. That's true. That's so, ugh. I love this. This hits way too close to home, unfortunately. Yeah. I just, yeah. No, fuck Tammy, bro. Fuck Tammy. Alright, let's see what's next. What else do we got here? Okay. Oh! Am I the asshole for telling my friend I know I'm smarter than him academically after he ranked me the dumbest in our friend group? Okay. Lock in for this one. Okay. So I, 19F, have a friend, also 19M, who lies a lot. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. He lies about random stuff constantly and forgets what he even said. Told people we've been friends for years longer than we actually have, which makes no sense because they can just ask me. Said he lived in a 3-story house when he was in a double wide, and even made up how much money he has. His lies are almost always easy to fact check, and honestly, I've never judged him for any of that. I was raised not to care about superficial stuff like that. Interesting. That 18 years older than me brother has always been jealous of me because her dad stayed married to my mom, and he's been like Tammy Light, to be honest, and he's finding out now. Tammy Light! Okay, alright, Tammy Light. I like that. Now any shitty sibling, we're gonna call them Tammy Light. It doesn't matter the gender, they're gonna be Tammy Light. Alright, let's see. But one thing that's always been weird is that he loves to act like he's better than everyone, especially when it comes to academics. In high school, he claimed to be on honor roll all 4 years, never failed a class, had a 4.0 GPA, etc. But I saw him taking credit recovery senior year, and one of my friends saw his grades on a teacher's computer, and they were bad. Like, really bad. Hi, We're reading Am I the Asshole post today. I had a collab, but my collab mate got sick, so we're just fucking around today. I still never brought it up. I didn't judge him because we all struggle sometimes. In fact, I opened up to him once and told him I technically failed Spanish, but my teacher passed me in the end. He started making fun of me and calling me names, which I didn't take personally because I know that's just projection. Any interesting stories yet? The last one we read was crazy, actually. Like, it was insane. It was basically about this girl who was adopted into a family, and the biological and half-biological siblings were there, but the half-biological one was a major cunt of baloney to the adopted one. It was actually a really crazy read. Alright, let's see. Anyway, fast forward to a recent trip to Walmart with our friend group, and somehow we started talking about academics. He decides to rank everyone from smartest to dumbest and puts me last. That really annoyed me because I knew for a fact that he was failing and lying, and I never corrected him before. So I finally said, I know I'm smarter than you academically, I just never cared to correct you on it. Ooh, okay. He got really upset and hasn't spoken to me since. Some of my friends say I was being mean, but others think he had it coming. So am I the asshole for only saying something after letting him lie for so long? Now, why was he lying like that, though? What was the reason? What was the point? Like, smart people have no reason to lie about being smart. Right? Is that just me? Like, I feel like you can just prove that you're intelligent by, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I have to prove to people that I'm smart or lie about being smart either. Very interesting. Bro was just lying to lie. Okay, not the asshole. He sounds immature and insecure. I disagree with you, though. I think he makes up all that stuff to make everyone think he's awesome and whatever. Ranking friends, especially their faces, is a mean, toxic, shallow thing to do. Been friends with people who did that, and when I got older and looked back, I knew I should have gone away from those people. So, if he thought it was okay to rank everyone and inevitably putting someone last, why is he throwing a fit over it being done to him? He's like got a taste of his own medicine, and whoever from the friend group that says it was mean is a goddamn hypocrite. What's the worst thing you've ever been called before? Oh, I can't even say it on stream. I have been called some nasty things. Water off the bridge. most people don't have the balls to say shit to my face. But you know, that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. The words they could be saying could have just been a fist to my face, but they don't even have the balls to do that. Oh, he just sounds like a fucking weirdo. Like, what? You're not the asshole, OP. This guy just seems like a fucking dumb fuck. Hi, welcome in. Alright. Kind of disappointing. I was hoping for more drama. Okay, let's see. Am I the asshole for telling a friend exactly why my wife and I wouldn't go on a trip with her? Oh. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. We are reading Reddit posts. Yes, we're reading Am I the Asshole post today. My wife and I, both 32, both female. Oh, okay. Have a friend named Anna, 33. Anna is so sweet, very funny, and can also be very naive. While this isn't always a bad thing, she is at times ignorant of how the world works. Anna has family that owns a large vacation property in another country. She's long wanted to take friends to a trip there and is finally planning on doing so. Multiple people have been invited. And this past weekend, when she and I got coffee, my wife and I were invited. Okay. Yeah, no, honestly, the Tammy story was crazy. Tammy's story was amazing. Yes, it's Cozy Brain Rot Saturday. The problem is, homosexuality is criminalized in this country. In case you missed it, I am a woman married to a woman, and I would not feel safe traveling there. I would especially be worried about my wife. She has a very classic butch look, whereas I am more feminine. I know a lot of times these laws will pertain more towards gay men, but still, we would not feel safe, and that's what matters. Four word in word. What is FWIW? For water in water? What is FW? I don't know what that stands for. Whatever. My wife, for what it's worth? Oh my, I would have never fucking guessed that. Okay, for what it's worth. Not water and water. My wife knew we were probably going to be invited and said fuck no to any idea of traveling there when I mentioned it. I didn't make a choice of the both of us by myself. I told Anna, no, I'm sorry, but my wife and I would not be able to travel there. Well, she pressed why. I said, because we're gay. The country criminalizes gay people. She just said, oh, and kind of awkwardly changed the topic. Okay. Later, though, I got a text. She said she felt I embarrassed her for not knowing, and while she didn't know, it's not like she's homophobic or anything. Just that she wants to go on a trip there, and why did I have to be so blunt about it? What? I'm really frustrated, and also, I feel bad. I'm not sure why. I guess I could have made an excuse that airfare is pricey right now, or we had something else planned, but my wife is saying I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know. Am I the asshole? Oh, fuck. Forgot to add, but I didn't include which country because it felt wrong. The government, etc. makes these choices. I would feel bad putting a blame on a whole country that certainly has an LGBTQ population, hidden or not. It's in the Middle East, and that's all I'll say. Okay. Alright, okay, let's see. Not the asshole. Let me get this straight. Even though we're not straight. Your rich friend can walk around with the privilege of not thinking about the bad things about the world, and when things not directly about her are brought up in the context of your safety, she gets mad at you? You need to rethink this friendship. 30-30, she is choosing to be this ignorant. That's true, though. Yeah. Not the asshole. If this happened in a group setting, I'd tell you that it would have been more tactile to tell her in private, since it's much more embarrassing to have your ignorance put on display in a group. It sounds like you told her one-on-one. And even though it would have been more tactful, that would be a kind, generous thing to do because you're friends, not something required. You need your facts sugar-coated, tender heart? Oh, man. It's understandable that she's embarrassed, even one-on-one. It is embarrassing to be faced with your own lack of knowledge on something important like this. That doesn't make her embarrassment your fault. Letting her know honestly why you can't come on this trip will prevent the same situation from happening again. It should have ended with this leaving her feelings between you. A fair, more balanced response for her would have been something like expressing that she didn't know, she's embarrassed, she's horrified, she hopes that you didn't take this personally, how dumb it is to criminalize love. That would have let her feel and vocalize her embarrassment and support for LGBT couples in a way that didn't accuse or blame you for an admittedly awkward situation. Thanks so much for the follow, Starry Night and Violet. Welcome in, welcome in. No, honestly though, like, I don't know why she's upset. Like, I mean, if you didn't know, that's totally fine, but like, I don't know. Yeah. Alright, let's see. We gotta find the ones that are like high upvotes. Hi, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Today is Brain Rot Saturday. We're just vibing. Rating Am I the Asshole posts on Reddit. Okay. Ooh, 18 hours ago. Am I the asshole for yelling at my neighbors and telling them to get divorced because their arguing keeps me up at night? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. 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 I have been renting a house with my sister for the past year. It's a great, and I like the area, but there's one problem. My neighbors. My neighbors are a family, and they're perfectly nice in our interactions, but the problem is that the couple will go to their backyard and start scream arguing every single night for like 2 hours. It's so loud that it causes both my dog and the dogs in the surrounding area to get riled up. On top of this, my bedroom is next to the area they argue at. It has been like this for 3 months. The cops have been called on them. I've talked to the husband about it. Nothing happens. I can't wear noise-canceling earbuds because my sister is disabled and I need to be aware if she needs me at night. 2 weeks ago, I'd come home exhausted from a bad day at work, and I just wanted to sleep in. At about 2 a.m., they start with their usual shtick, the wife shouting and the husband screeching, "I don't know!" repeatedly, something he does a lot, and dogs have begun barking. The frustration of being tired and knowing I had to get up in 2 hours just finally made me snap. Hi, Shishing! I opened my window and screamed. Oh, okay. You don't know, you don't know. If you don't know now, you won't fucking know later. So can you fucking lunatics just get divorced already and shut the fuck up, please? Oh my god. My voice was shaking and cracking from the volume. Well, they did get quiet, and it was crickets for the rest of the night. But the past 2 weeks, the nights have been radio silent. Whenever I see them while leaving my house, they avoid eye contact with me. Who can blame them? I feel really bad, but I was just so tired and frustrated. I just couldn't hold it in anymore. I want to apologize, but my girlfriend's been telling me I just need to let it go, and that I had every right to react the way I did. But I just don't know. I just feel guilty. I want to say it's none of my business, but at that point, I will unwillingly know about these two strangers' love life more than I know about my own mother. So, am I the asshole for how I reacted? Absolutely not. Because this reminds me of when I was growing up, and I lived with my family in high school. I had a neighbor that had like a bunch of fucking dogs. And for some reason, they would let their dogs out at like 3 or 4 a.m. And already I had to wake up at like 5 to 6 a.m. because my school started at 7:15 in the morning. But I had to be there at least like, I had to be at the bus stop at 6:30 a.m. These little motherfuckers would be barking at like 3 to 4 a.m. and I would just not get any sleep. I would never get sleep when I was in high school. Like, you thought my sleep schedule was bad as an adult, but in high school it was even worse. Yeah, my school started at 7:15 a.m. and we got out at like 2 o'clock. It was awful. I'd much rather get out later. But anyways, I digress. So, there was just one day, okay, I just couldn't fucking take it. I think it was like my junior year in high school, and these little motherfuckers keep barking, okay? Mind you, I love dogs. Don't like dogs that bark. I got so fucking heated. I opened the window, okay, because my neighbors were white. I know this is gonna be crazy. I screamed out that window, "If you don't take those dogs in there, I'm gonna eat them. And I don't even eat dogs. I will eat your dog. I'll do it." And then after that, I didn't hear a peep. Didn't hear a peep from those dogs. Didn't hear one single motherfucking peep. That's what I fucking thought. Don't test me! Don't fucking test me! Y'all already think I eat dog anyway. I'll make the exception just for your dogs! Oh my god. Yeah, so fuck those guys. And yeah, they stopped bringing their fuck-ass dogs out at like 3 to 4 a.m. I think they did it like, I think they like started doing like after I went to school. So I was like, God bless. Just wanted extra sleep, man. I just wanted extra sleep. Like, listen. Oh my god. And then I remember after that too, my neighbors like would like avoid eye contact with me. And it was really funny. It was actually so funny. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man. Like, and I remember too because then like they installed these like really fucking awful deck lights. Okay, so after I told them and threatened to eat their dogs, they installed these deck lights that they kept on all night, and my window of the room faced their deck. And then it kept fucking blinding me to sleep. So then I remember going to their house. Like, I went outside at like 4 a.m. I'm fucking smacking on their goddamn front door. And when the wife saw me, she recognized me as the one that threatened to eat her dogs. When I tell you, this woman was so scared. Okay? I just looked at her. And I was like, turn off your deck lights. That's it. I just stared at her. Turn off your deck lights. Turn them off. Turn them off. Turn them off. And she's like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. Turn them off. Turn them off. And then I walked back home. And then after that, you know, the deck lights would like turn off at like, I don't know, like 9 p.m. And I would be able to sleep. Oh, miracle. Yeah, I think I definitely, I'm sure they thought the stereotype was true. Like they were, it's like, oh, that man is Asian. He's gonna eat our dogs. They had like 4 dogs. I would have ate all of them. I would have done it just to prove a point. I would have done it just to prove a motherfucking point. That's all I gotta say. Those little motherfuckers just kept barking. Oh my god. I hated those little cunts so bad. So yeah, that was high school Taiga. You guys thought that I'm sassy now? You guys think I'm sassy now? High school Taiga was fucking crazy. He was literally so blunt. People were so afraid of him because he was such an asshole. But yeah, so I did see the dogs during the day, but yeah, not in the mornings. Deck lights were off. No, I had so much beef with that neighbor. God, I hated those neighbors. Fucking dickwads. Haven't seen them since, but you know, when I had to, they're high school and college. Fuck those bitches. I would have thought you were cool if we were the same generation in high school. Have you ever had kangaroo before? I think a kangaroo would have me for dinner. If I'm gonna be so for real. Have you seen those motherfuckers? They're jacked as fuck. If they kicked me, I'd probably fly into like 6 buildings. We're gonna be so for real. Okay, let's see if people think that. I mean, I see on the sticker here it says not the asshole, but I want to see what other people are saying. In Australia, you can eat kangaroo. I know when I was in like the deep countryside of Vietnam, I got tricked into eating dog, and I had no idea. Like, they told me it was dog afterwards. I was so horrified. I think I like forced myself to vomit and then hid in the hostel for like a day. Completely horrified. I was like, oh, okay. But like, it's like common there, you know? So I was just like, oh man. I don't even remember what it tasted like because I ejected it so fast out of my body, too. Even as an Australian, I've never had a kangaroo. I fear its meat will come to life and beat me up. Honestly, though, I feel like it'd be so chewy. Like, I feel like it would be so chewy and gamey. Emu! Oh. Remember I was taking a picture with a baby kangaroo and it licked my neck? Oh, at least it didn't kick it. If it kicked your neck probably would have snapped and you'd probably be dead, I think. My mom ate her pet turtle without her knowing because it apparently heals asthma. Her pet turtle? I mean, this just reminds me of when my family cooked my pet chicken and didn't tell me. They only told me after I ate the chicken pho and then cried. Because my pet chicken was the fattest one around because I fed her a little extra. And they turned her into chicken pho. And the worst part, she was fucking delicious. Oh god! Oh, just thinking about it was, I did not eat like chicken and like chicken pho for like months after that. I was horrified. Think my dog would taste good because that girl is fat as fuck, man. I don't know. Maybe Juicy Judy. She was made with love. Oh my god. Okay. Do not apologize. If any apology is owed, they owe it to you. To all the other neighbors and to their dogs as well. Not the asshole, and I hope your little snap has put them to the earthy volumes for good. Not the asshole. It's infuriating when you live near the Bickersons, keep having the same argument over and over again. I live next to a couple like that, but I can only hear them because their bedroom connects to my front hallway. So I can crank up the TV, drown it out, or go to my bedroom. Only one time was it something juicy, but confusing about him maybe. Driving with a suspended license or uninsured, and if her ex found out, she could potentially lose custody of her son. Ooh, juicy, juicy. It just reminds me of the one time, oh my god, I used to swim. I was on a swim team. So, like, I had, like, swim meets and stuff. This was in college. So, like, we would have to, like, travel for meets and stuff. And sometimes the girls' team and the boys' team would have competitions and events at the same school, like, during the same days, right? And I had to share a room with one of my teammates. And I think all of the rooms in that floor was, like, given to, like, the swim team members. We were getting ready for bed. I don't know how the layout of this hotel was. If, like, the beds were, like, sharing the same wall. The whole night. The whole night. And I could feel the wall shaking. And you know, listen, I get it. I get it. The whole night, me and my roommate just stared at each other. Well, teammates, roommates, we just stared at each other. And we're like, you know? So we didn't get any sleep that night. Okay? I get up really early. I leave the hotel because I want to get the unlimited breakfast. Okay? I was trying to carbo up. I come out of my hotel room. Turn to the side where the wall was shaking. And the girl was sneaking out of the room. Oh, God. And it was a girl from the swim team. Oh, God. And I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. And you're not supposed to have interrelations between the teams, right? I'm looking at her and I was like, all right. Was it one of my teammates? Or was it rando? She's sweating buckets. She's like, did you hear all of that? And I was like, it sounded like I was listening to porn for 4 hours. Yes, I heard every single thing. You were extremely loud. So loud. HD clarity loud. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, I don't want to accept your apology, but I'll accept it anyway. She scampers off. Then I'm standing there. I knock on the door. There's my teammate. He's like, what's up, man? And I was like, do you know what you did? And he's like, what? And I was like, our beds share the same wall. He's like, oh, word? Yeah, I was having a great time last night. Okay. You know, I'm glad you got your release before the competition. I'm pretty sure that day I did win my meet. I did win. So that's all that matters. But yeah, no. That's like a big reason as to why, like, I needed my own house. I needed to live on my own. Or, like, if I did, I had to live with my family. Can't do roommates. The amount of, like, HD, like, 4K noises I've heard over the years against my will, crazy. I have so many stories. I just have to, like, sit here and, like, think about it, you know? It's so, yeah, so. I don't know where I was going with that. I completely understand neighbors, hotel rooms, sharing walls, apartments. People are crazy. Thank you so much for the tier 1, by the way. Raisin Zor? Oh my god, thank you so much. And it still happened in your own house. And it's so crazy, too. I can't believe my cousin was fucking, I guess. And I had no idea. I was passed out. I was so tired. I slept through my cousin. If you guys didn't know, like, I guess, like, I was just so tired, I just, like, fucking passed away. And, like, here's the kicker, okay? Here's the kicker. I heard them, like, faintly, and I guess, like, I just didn't, like, think about it. Like, I was like, what the fuck is that? And I just went back to sleep. I was that tired. Like, I faintly remember hearing my cousin come in the house. I was like, no, I just went back to sleep. But I guess whoever the girl is, she's loud as fuck. And not loud enough to wake up Taiga, but loud enough that my brother heard it. So, yeah. And, like, I guess, like, some people, like, don't realize how loud they can be. Like, I walked into people doing it in a library. They like, took, like, a study room. And they were doing things in the fucking study room at the library. And mind you, I didn't hear at first because they had headphones on. And, like, they didn't lock the door either. So I opened it because I wanted to go study. And, yeah, there's that. Are they banging at your place? My cousin lives with me for now, until he moves out. With his girlfriend. Which is soon. Oh, it's gonna be soon. Oh my god, it's gonna be soon. Oh my god, that reminds me of the time when I was in high school and I walked into the band room and the girl on my bus was sucking mad dick. Oh my god, I remember that too. I was scarred. I was like a freshman, I think. I was a freshman in high school? Or was I a sophomore? I think I had to, like, deliver something to the band teacher, and she was doing the fucking Glock 3000. And then I had to go onto the bus, and I saw her again. You know, after the Glock 3000. And, like, we make eye contact. And then... and then the next day, when we both get on the bus, and then we get off the bus, and when I get to school, she, like, pulls me aside. And she's like, you didn't see anything. I was like, yeah, I definitely didn't see a whole fucking eggplant down your throat, man. I didn't see nothing. You're right. Eyes fucking shuttered, bro. I didn't see shit. But yeah, she was like a junior, I think. Because I had to have been like a grade or two younger. And yeah, like, regardless, it got around anyway that she was the Glock 3000 of the band room, so it didn't matter. It didn't matter if I didn't say anything. Everyone knew she was, you know what? I just had to see it in 4K. Oh god, you know, I still have that, like fucking imprinted into my memory, which is so terrible, and I wish it wasn't, but it's still there. Like, if I close my eyes, I can still see it. No, my high school was crazy. Like, my high school was crazy because I remember the one year, this girl sent, like a video of herself, like, doing crazy shit to herself in her parents' bedroom. in her parents' bedroom. She had like a cross and there was like a bunch of religious shit everywhere. And then she sent it to someone on the football team. And because boys are evil and it's high school, all of those boys sent it to everyone in the grade. I ended up getting the video. Crazy work. And then I think she ended up getting held back a year. that was, yeah. I remember there was this one girl. I remember her really specifically too. I remember her name. She was crazy. She explained to me that the school had like a popularity pyramid, and she was Queen Bee. I remember this really vividly. She got so cracked up on heroin at a party, peed herself. That got all over the news too. Yeah, public school is crazy. I went to private school for a little bit, and then I ended up in public school, and public school is crazy, especially because, like, mind you, I grew up I didn't grow up in like the best place, but the high school I went to was a bunch of fucking yuppies, and if you don't know what yuppies are, yuppies are just like nepo babies. They're just kids with rich families. You know? Kids with rich families. And I'm telling you right now, yuppies are fucking crazy. They are so crazy, and they'll just do just about anything. Like, one of my classmates had a pet spider monkey. Like, that's the type of yuppie they were. Oh my god, thank you so much for 5 months. So I turned on my PC TTS trying to resub. Were they saying, Taiga chama? But yeah. I went to a charter school where you were drawn in by a lottery unless your parents worked there or you had siblings going there. And it was so much calmer. And the worst we had was a threat once a year. Oh my god, no. I think I've shared the story about how there was these two girls that started fighting because one of them was pregnant. And then I think the pregnant girl ripped off the other girl's wig. And then the wig girl, the wig that got snatched, threw hot coffee on the pregnant girl. This happened in like the main hall of like the high school, and I was like watching like at the top steps, and it was like a super huge crowd. It was crazy. The fights I saw, no, my high school life was insane. Genuinely so crazy. I have so many insane high school, college stories. I don't know, man. I just ended up with like crazy people. I don't know. That's just kind of this is kind of what happened. Who won? Pregnant girl. Pregnant girl won. She was doing a beatdown. A girl pregnant in high school? Oh my god, there was so many pregnant girls in my high school, I think. Yeah. Because one of the girls, I remember, named her kid Nugget. Technically, it was a 2 versus 1. No, that's sick. You're sick for that one. Yeah, I remember because she named her kid Nugget. Yep. No, I know. I just remember some of my ages pregnant right now. Yeah, she named her kid Nugget. Yep. Okay. No more Taiga stories. I keep getting distracted about myself. Let's read more Am I the Assholes? Yes, government named Nugget. Government named Nugget. Okay, let's see. What's this? Okay. Am I the asshole for giving my sister unrealistic expectations? Nugget ends up being manager at McDonald's. Circle of life is complete. Okay. Oh, this one's short. I, 18, recently introduced my girlfriend, 18, to my family. My sister, 13, asked me if I could ask her for her skincare routine. My girlfriend has this bright, glowing complexion. So I asked her, and she said she simply eats a kiwi fruit every morning with the high vitamin C boosting her collagen production. That's it. All she does. My sister later asked her, and she confirmed it. My sister has been asking for kiwi fruits, and when my mom asked and found out why, she was upset at me. Pulled me aside and said that some people are born lucky with all the right genes and that my girlfriend might just be one of them. That my sister might experience self-image issues and disappointment. Over kiwis? Not the asshole. I think I would have told my sister about the kiwi fruit thing, but also warned her that it might not work for everyone. But in the end, you didn't do anything wrong. You just did what was asked of you. Yeah, and also, the girl, the sister's 13. It's kiwi. Dude, I haven't had kiwi in a hot minute. Alright. Oh, this one has a lot of upvotes, chat. Am I the asshole for letting my sister hold my baby against their mother's wishes? I hope this one's spicy. I need something as spicy as Tammy. Alright. I, 29 male, have a newborn baby. My 9-year-old sister, whom we'll call Kylie for privacy purposes, has been so excited to be an aunt for the first time. Oh! Okay. Kylie has a physical disability. She struggles with fine motor tasks and has a slight tremor in her hands when holding objects. Because of this, her mother stated that she did not want Kylie to hold the baby. Ever. She kept saying how Kay's hands can't be trusted, and that it would be best if she just looked at the baby. But Kay was so excited to meet her new niece that I decided it was worth trying. With some assistance from me, she was able to hold her without issue. When her mother saw it happening, she was not happy. She said that it was irresponsible of me and repeated that Kylie's hands can't be trusted around the baby. She started talking about how when she says no as a parent, I need to respect that. But I'm 29 years old, mother! Am I the asshole for letting my sister hold my baby against her mother's wishes? I was about to say. Okay. Interesting. I don't think he's the asshole. Especially, like, if he was helping his little sister hold the baby, right? Right? Never had a kiwi. I haven't had a kiwi in 10 years. I haven't had a kiwi in a hot minute. I think last summer. Alright. Not the asshole. It's your baby. You can decide who holds your baby. It's not your mother's baby. If you trust your sister to be physically able to do this, or to have Kylie sit down and maybe have a sling on or something, that's your call. We did hand-over-hand style, so she got to have that feeling of holding the baby, but I was there to keep the baby steady and take over when it got to be too much. She was so excited. That's what I'm saying! What the? I'm assuming the mom babies Kylie a lot, too. Like, I'm sure Kylie doesn't... I don't know. This makes me really sad, because, like, I feel like I understand, like, you know, when, like, people have, like, disabilities and stuff, but you don't want to make them feel lesser than, you know? And I feel like that's what the mom has done, you know, made Kylie feel lesser than, that she's not able to complete tasks because she is, you know, disabled in some specific way, but it doesn't mean that she can't try. How sad. The mom is the asshole for sure. Alright. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my father officiate my wedding? Oh, okay. Alright, let's see. I am an officiant, actually. I've officiated a few of my friends' weddings. Alright. My father has been a reverend for 30 years. He and my mother are still married, and they have 2 children, my sister and I. Neither my sister or I have good relationships with my parents. They weren't downright physically abusive, but both of them were definitely narcissists, and some things they did left deep psychological scars that I still deal with to this day. It has always been a running joke for my parents that my dad would perform our wedding ceremonies and Christian our children. This was SOP for my sister's wedding and the birth of her child. So on point, I think. This, however, is not something that I want. I can't have my father preach to me and my husband to me about love when he has rarely shown it to me throughout my childhood. Putting that in Mr. Taiga lore notebook. At this point, what can't Taiga do? You know, the reason why I, did the thing to, like, officiate is because I have a lot of LGBTQIA plus friends, and I wanted to be able to officiate their weddings, you know, if they ever had them and they didn't have to deal with, like, churches and, like, the courthouse and stuff like that, so. Thank you. I need water. Yes, I can officiate weddings. And marriages, yeah. So, I did that a lot for a lot of my queer friends. And I ended up doing it for, like, I think, like, 6 of them already. And I'm actually gonna do another one in June. So I'm really excited. Call me up. They're like, you still doing that shit? I got you, man. I'll make you guys have the rings and stuff. And, yeah. It's always so fun. I definitely enjoy officiating weddings. And I love, like, helping people write the vows and stuff, too. Alright, let's see. So a few weeks ago, my fiance and I were having dinner with them, and we were discussing our plans for the future. My dad said something along the lines of, I wonder what message I should give at your ceremony, and I shot him down immediately, saying that I did not want him to perform the ceremony. He got mad and asked me to explain myself, almost like I had told him I had just killed a person. I told him that I still wanted him to walk me down the aisle, which made him blow up even more. Finally said that he could choose between being my father or being my pastor. That was the end of the conversation at the end of dinner. Oof. How does one hire Taiga Chama to officiate? I do not charge for my services. I do it out of the kindness of my heart. You either officiate or walk me down. You can't eat your cake and have it. Let's see. Can we have DT Taiga on his screen officiate one of our weddings? I don't know. You're gonna put an iPad at the wedding? It's like, okay, I pronounce you as partner and partner. Alright, let's see. Now he's demanding I apologize because it's his right as my father to perform the ceremony. What? He's threatening not to pay for my wedding, and he's saying that if he doesn't perform the ceremony, he and my mother won't be attending. I am considering cutting all contact and eloping, but I'm scared that I would miss them when the big day comes. Am I the asshole? How did you start officiating weddings, though? One of my really good friends, 2 women, my favorite lesbians ever, wanted to get married. So when what was it? When the law was passed, that Supreme Court passed that, same-sex marriages were possible, I ended up getting like the license and all that stuff to officiate because their parents had both abandoned them. They didn't have any family. They didn't want to go to the courthouse. They just wanted to have like a small thing, and they just wanted to just be able to say that they were married, So I loved them to death, and I was like, okay, I will do you a solid. I went to go get the paper. We had a little ceremony in their backyard, and yeah, I got them hitched. And then after that, I've just kind of done it for a lot of my friends. I've mostly done it for more of my queer friends, but I have done a few for my heterosexual friends too. So my friends ask, I got time, I'll take care of it. There's no problem. But that was the main reason why I learned to do all of that. So I wanted them to be able to get married because, I mean, you guys already know I'm Arrow Ace, like that's not something for me. So I want it for other people. Or you say it as a joke, is it still legally binding? Well, yeah, no comment. It doesn't take very long to get ordained to be officiant. I don't remember it taking that long. But you have to go through, like, the marriage ministries or, like, the church thing. And it doesn't take long. You could Google it. It's actually really easy to do. I think it took me, like, probably like a week at most, I think. I had to like do all the stuff and it only took a week, I think. Yeah, it didn't take long at all. So anyone can, if you want to help out your friends and stuff like that, definitely go look it up. Alright, let's see. Someone asked me, and we have had this discussion before dinner. It was a part of a larger discussion we had after my sister's wedding, where she said he had basically forced her into him performing the ceremony, threatening to cut her off and not paying for the wedding. This is his go-to. I am not planning on asking him to pay for the wedding. My fiance and I both want a small wedding and have seriously discussed eloping before this happens. So he is down with running away and just letting them know after. I feel for this person because, like, this is sort of what's happening with one of my good friends right now. And next week, the fiance had actually asked me to sneak around the city to take the proposal pictures. So there's a day next week I won't be streaming. I'm actually really busy next week helping them take proposal pictures. But I think they're gonna elope because the girl's mom is fucking crazy. And I know that, like, if they tried to get married without, like, their parents' permission, it would go insane. And the guy doesn't have any parents, so it doesn't matter for him. But the girl's parents are crazy. They've been wanting to get hitched for a while, so. Wish them the best of luck and hope everything goes well. I know, right? I get to be a super spy. I don't even know. I think I have to. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do because, like, the girl doesn't know, but the guy knows. So I had to actually brush up my camera. I actually just charged it and put a new SD card in. So I'll be sneaking around town taking pictures like paparazzi. Yo, it's gonna be so fun. I'm just gonna be tweeting, chat, I am MI6 today, taking pictures of random shit. Backyardigans. I know. photography experience, I actually love taking photos. Photography is one of my favorite things ever, so. Paparazzi, I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. As someone who has a narc mom, just go and elope. We didn't have my folks and went to the courthouse. That's what I'm saying. She has a narc mom. So, yeah. We're, I'm so excited to take pictures. He already, messaged me the plan and stuff. He's like, okay, I'm trying to go for like 7 p.m. on the beach. And I was like, okay, I got you, man. 7 p.m. is giving like purples and pink hues in the sky. He's giving me his reference picture. It's like, I got you. I will take your proposal pictures and I will officiate your wedding. Don't even worry about it. So yeah, that's gonna be this year. How exciting. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, no, not the asshole, though. Like, honestly, fuck the dad. Oof. It was the best day of my life when I married my best friend. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Alright, let's see what else we got today. Ooh. Okay. We got 2 here. Yeah, okay. Am I the asshole for not taking down my yard flamingos after neighbors complained? Yard flamingos. Alright, let's see. I bought a house a couple years ago and have been working on making it look nicer. Spent a lot of time redoing the front gardens, trying to make it neat and nice. A few weeks ago, was at a greenhouse buying some plants for the garden, and I saw 2 yard flamingos marked down on clearance. I knew they belonged to my garden. They're not everyone's cup of tea, but I think they're a lot of fun. I set them up when I got home, and a couple days later, my neighbor was knocking on my door. She was demanding I take down my flamingos because they're extremely gauche, lowering the property value of the neighborhood. And it's so crazy because this shit has happened to me too, bro. Okay? Because some people just have the fucking audacity. But let's continue before I go into what happened to me. I told her I am not taking them down because I like them and the property value isn't going to be hurt by 2 yard flamingos. I also don't live in an HOA, and as far as I am aware, there are no town ordinances about yard flamingos. Lamau. She has posted pictures of my house and street I live on, and a close-up of my flamingos in our town's Facebook group to complain about them. Some people agreed I should take them down, and after that, another neighbor came over to tell me to get rid of them. Well, also agreed I should take them down to keep the peace with my neighbor. I like them. I smile when I see them when I pull into my driveway. I have no plans to take them down. Am I the asshole for not taking down my yard flamingos after some neighbors complain? Everyone keeps suggesting garden gnomes. I kind of hate those a lot, but also I never say anything to someone with a yard full of gnomes. But I won't buy them. Now listen, not the asshole, because I don't have an HOA, okay? If you guys don't know what that is, that's Homeowners Association. We don't like the Homeowners Association. Fuck those little bitches. So, I think when I bought this house, I was still remodeling it and stuff, and I'm gonna be honest, this house was a fucking shithole. That's how I got it so cheap. But, you know, I was working on getting it fixed and stuff. So, the fence was like the last thing that I was gonna fix, because it costed a lot of money. When I got home one day and grabbed my mail, I got a handwritten letter about how my fence was making the neighborhood ugly and also bringing the property value of the neighborhood down, and was a complete eyesore, and I needed to fix the fence. Was not signed. I literally received hate mail in my mailbox about my fence. So, I download the Nextdoor app. I take a picture of this fucking hate mail, and I was like, the motherfucker that put this in my goddamn mailbox can show up at my fucking door and say this shit to my face and pay to fix my fence. Moderators on Nextdoor, I guess I got reported for being an asshole and it got removed. But there were people commenting like, yeah, I mean, the fence needs to be fixed, but like, it's not like, well, they shouldn't be sending you like a fucking handwritten letter about how ugly your fucking fence is. Anyways, I think like a month or so later, I finally get to the fence. I replace the fence. The next day, I got another handwritten letter. Thank you for fixing your fence. It really needed to be fixed. Doesn't it look so much nicer now? Bitch. And to this day, I don't know which motherfucker put that in my mailbox. Twice! Still think about it to this day. Sometimes I'll like walk past my neighbors and I'm like, is it one of you fuckers that put that shit in my mailbox? Well, yeah, I mean, crazy. I mean, there was also like this like whole like stint of time because like my house is like a bus stop. I don't know who was fucking on my street, but they was throwing out Viagra pill packets on my goddamn lawn. And like, mind you, it was like a lot of Viagra packets. A lot of Viagra packets. Like, and it was crazy too because I only noticed the Viagra packets because I think like the kids got dropped off. And I saw one of the little kids pick it up. And I was like, what is he holding? I go out there, Viagra packets. All over my lawn. What the fuck, bro? And it was like constant. It was at least like 10 or like 15 at a time. I don't know if this man was just trying to be perpetually hard as a rock for like his whole life. But yeah, I had to fucking clean up fucking Viagra pills for like a while. I did get cameras installed after that, and then I haven't seen Viagra pills since, but it's like, bro, what the fuck, man? No, like this is like I wish this shit wasn't common, but it really is. Like some people are just fucking evil. You know what I mean? Like some people are genuinely so fucking evil. It's like, who gives a fuck? It's just gnomes. Oh shit, this thread is now locked due to an excess of rule violations. Okay. Yeah, no, keep those flamingos. Add a little tropical beach while you're at it. Like, notice the cameras, that's what I'm saying. Okay, but anyways, let's see. Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit my sister's kids after she refused a dog sit for me? Okay. Alright, sorry for any errors. English isn't my first language. Alright, I, 35 male, have a dog. She's an old girl, going on 12, but now she was a rescue, so we don't know exactly. And very sweet. I've had her for a decade. She's really well behaved, she doesn't get on furniture, she doesn't bother anyone. She's old and tired, just wants to hang out at her spot, eat her food, and go on her walks and get her pets. She's practically a piece of furniture, but one that needs to be fed and walked. It's probably her age, sure, but she's been that way for a good while. Even when she was younger, she wasn't super energetic. All that to say, she requires some work, but she's not a menace or poorly behaved in any way. Previously, whenever I went out of town, my dad would come over and take care of her. He loved her, and it was really a great arrangement for everyone involved. 3 years ago, my dad passed away. And since my mom passed a few years prior, it left me and my sister, 43 female, alone. Me more than her, since she has a family. I had a girlfriend at the time, but we have broken up since. Still, a few months after my dad's passing, we wanted to go on vacation. And I asked my sister to take care of my dog. My dad usually did it by coming over, and I offered the same deal. Hell, I offered alternatives too. After she come over, I offered her older kid 16, 14 at the time, to stay over. I offered to bring my dog over to their place, or hell, even for them to just come over twice a day to walk her and refill her food and water. My sister refused outright. She had her hands full with her house and her family and flat out refused to dog sit, even as her own children begged her to let them since they really love my dog. Nothing helped, she wouldn't compromise, and I ended up having to send her to a pet hotel. I wasn't happy about it, and it cost a pretty penny, but fine, whatever. Still, I never quite forgave her. Oh, okay, that's our context. Now, my sister asked me to babysit, as she and her husband want to go on a trip for their anniversary. It's something my dad and my mom, too, used to help them with. Her oldest, as mentioned, is 16 and her youngest is 8. The older girl can be left alone, but she obviously wants to help taking care of her son, and her daughter doesn't want to do it since it's a lot of work over the course of almost a full week. I wouldn't really mind, and I get along well with both kids, but she wasn't willing to take care of my dog when I needed her, so why would I agree to take care of her children? So I flat out told her no, and now she's upset. She says with her parents gone, we have no one to rely on but each other, and I told her this was true when I asked for help with my dog as well. She tells me it's not the same thing since she has a household to take care of and I just have myself. I told her no, I have my dog as well, and she needs care too, and she was being condescending and hypocritical. She really hasn't talked to me since, and it's been a few days. Am I just being an asshole? Absolutely not! My cats? Those are my babies, my precious. Those are my children. Like, be so for real. And, like, pets are better than children. You didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear that from me. Like, come on. Taking care of a dog is so easy. Be so for real. That's crazy. Thank you so much for the follow, Spicy Nugget Vibes, Normakes, and Light Abyss Wolf. Welcome in, guys. We're just reading Am I the Asshole posts on Reddit. Okay, let's see. Not the asshole. If she was asking you to watch the kids in an emergency, I would say you were an asshole. But as it's so, they can go on a trip. They can pay a babysitter, like you had to pay to board your dog when you went away. It may be petty and childish, but sometimes it's what it takes for people to realize that they can't expect someone to bend over backwards to help them out when they're not willing to return the favor once in a while. That's true. That's true. Hi, baby. I would feel bad for the children, though, I guess, but like one kid is already 16. I had to raise my siblings at fucking 5, 10, my whole life, you know? I don't know. The dogs are not people argument is fine and true, but it's not about the dog. It's not about the dog. It's not about the dog. Alright, let's see. Oh. Okay. Am I the asshole for ruining my sister-in-law's birthday by crying? Okay. Let's see. I, 43 male, am an advanced paramedic in critical care. Oh my god. We love our first responders. This means I'm trained to treat very serious injury and illness, and also work in my service's Emergency Operations Center to monitor emergency calls and dispatch other APCCs. Because it's a high-stress job, my shifts can easily overrun. I usually only commit to social events on my days off. Recently, my sister-in-law, 40F, booked a meal at a nice restaurant to celebrate her birthday. I initially told my partner, 44 male, I couldn't go as I had a 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. shift that day. However, he really wanted me to go, so I got my shift changed from ambulance crew to EOC, thinking it would decrease the chance of being too late or too drained to go. Shift was awful. My country's healthcare system is extremely overburdened, and I had to make a lot of difficult decisions prioritizing calls. Near the end of my shift, I had to input on a complex, distressing call, which took almost 2 hours. I left work 90 minutes late and got to the restaurant about 20 minutes late, in uniform and very tired. When I arrived, sister-in-law sarcastically said it was nice of me to finally show up and to make such an effort with my clothes. I apologized, saying I had a call that overran. Partner asked about the call, and I said I didn't want to discuss it as it was upsetting and probably inappropriate for sister-in-law's daughter, 8 female, to hear. Brother-in-law, 38 male, said it was just a call and I wasn't actually there, so if I'm going to use it as an excuse to disrespect his wife, I should tell them what happened. Said it wasn't an excuse, and I couldn't just hang up emergency calls when I felt like it, and sister-in-law said I shouldn't have taken the call when I knew I had to leave. I said I was the only AP on duty, so what was I supposed to do? Make a junior dispatcher do my job for me? Sister-in-law said not everything was about me or how important and special my job is, especially not her birthday. Oh my lord. This is... Oh, I'm not... Okay. Alright. Here for the follower, Coonsy. Welcome in. When I was honestly so overwhelmed, I started crying. Although I know it was probably an overreaction. I was also really embarrassed as I don't cry in front of others. So I went to the toilet to calm down. My partner came to check on me and I just wanted to go home. He said it was fine. He would explain to sister-in-law and brother-in-law, so I left. When he got home later, he said sister-in-law and brother-in-law were furious that I'd ruined the meal by making it about me, as they felt I should have made sure I was on time and out of uniform, or at least been more understanding about why sister-in-law was upset. I said sister-in-law made it about me by being rude over a 20-minute delay when I was clearly exhausted, and he said I couldn't expect others to manage my stress for me when I chose a high-stress job. I said I was managing my stress when I said I couldn't go, and he said he also has a stressful job and still doesn't use it as an excuse to flake on his family. He wants me to apologize to sister-in-law. And I'm still hurt over the situation. However, I feel really bad for ruining the meal, and I'm worried I did overreact and make everybody cater to my emotions. Am I the asshole? What? What? That's so crazy. Yeah, divorce. No, that's so sad, especially because he's a first responder too, you know? Like, be so for real right now, you know what I mean? Like, don't piss me off. don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Oh, that's so annoying. Hold on one second. I need to respond to something. Mm. Sorry about that. Let me do something this. I hope you guys enjoy the keyboard ASMR. I just need to. God, being a. I'm so tired. I'm always working. Why is my screenshot button not working? Let me exit this and then. Okay, alright, I should be okay now, I think. Thank you so much for the follow, Ravens, yeah, I'm so sorry. I Raven? Welcome in. Keyboard ASMR always good, thank you. Yeah, no, this is so awful. Especially because he's a first responder, bro. Yeah, no, dump the fucking partner. Partner's a cunt. His sister-in-law's a cunt. His brother-in-law's a cunt, too. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Am I the asshole for not taking an 11-year-old's word for it? My 20-year-old... Oh, no, I gotta click this. My 20... Me, 20, dad made some friends when he studied abroad. One of them is on a visit in our country now, and brought his daughter 11 with him. He asked if I could take her to our national museum since it's good for kids to practice some art appreciation. I said, sure. She wasn't really enthusiastic about it, though. When we were waiting for the opening time, she pointed at a nearby cafe and asked if I could buy her a cup of coffee, saying it's the least I could do before making her spend 2 hours to look at some boring stuff. I hesitated and she said her dad lets her drink latte, so I called him just to check. He said yes before asking, did you think my daughter is a liar? And I didn't know what to say. It didn't occur to me that that was what I was insinuating when I was expressing my doubt. Just wanted to be sure. I ended up buying her oat milk latte, her preference, before taking her on a tour. Don't know if I was too anxious, but when I took her back to the hotel, her dad seemed kind of frosty towards me. No, I'm not the asshole. Because even, like, you know, with, like, kids I had to, like, babysit that were, like, my family, too. Like, if they said that they could, like, do something that just felt dubious, I would still call their mom and dad just to double check. Especially, like, if it's not my kid, especially if I don't know about any allergies, their special diet. Like, what? Crazy. Alright, let's see. Oh. Alright, let's see. Am I the asshole for moving someone else's birthday cake out of reach for an entitled toddler? I was just at my girlfriend's mom's birthday party. We'd ordered an expensive cake for her and split the cost 3 ways with her sisters. Her brother, who never contributes to any of the shared presents, brought his spoiled 2-year-old kid. While everyone was singing happy birthday, the kid started sticking his hand into the cake and licking them, and eating off the decorations. Oh my days. I looked around in horror, but her brother and his wife were just smiling at this like it was the absolute cutest thing ever, and everyone else was totally unfazed and said nothing. What the hell? What the hell? I bit my tongue and didn't say anything either, but I reached over and moved the cake a few inches out of reach of the kid. Immediately, the kid starts thrashing around and screaming bloody murder. Everyone glared at me like I was the most evil piece of shit on earth for doing what I did, and rushed to placate the kid. Oh, you poor little thingy, and giving him cake. I doubled down and calmly, rationally said that the kid was doing what the kid was doing was incredibly unhygienic. It wasn't his birthday cake, and he's old enough to be taught to wait literally 1 minute until he gets a slice of cake instead of destroying someone else's birthday cake and covering it with his germs. Now I'm being made out to be a huge asshole by saying this, and I ruined the birthday party. Considering it's the entire family's reaction, it's making me start to question whether or not I am just a grumpy asshole. Absolutely not! Hello? Okay. Ooh, this is the gross of Christmas future talking now. This is every birthday party, every cookout, every reception for the rest of your life. If you have 100% buy-in from your girlfriend, then your child will not be a monster, but they will quite rationally have questions about why their cousins get away with everything. If your girlfriend was part of the group that piled on, you will be utterly alone for the rest of your life in believing in standards. But it's not too late, Ebenezer. It's not too late. Not the asshole. Oh, man. Yeah. God, ew. God, that's so annoying. I hate kids that aren't disciplined. That shit drives me nuts. That shit pisses me off bad. Oh my god, Ivy's cat! Oh, what a baby! Look at those paws! Oh my god, I needed that. I needed that. I needed that. Alright. Let's see. Oh, okay. Am I the asshole for sending my sister to live with our parents? I, 21 female, have been living with my youngest sister, Layla, 19 female, for about a year now. Our parents are in another city, and she wanted to stay here with me. I own the house. It's a somewhat small townhouse with 3 bedrooms. One my boyfriend and I share, hers and a spare room. A week ago, my boyfriend and I went on a short vacation while we had the time off of work. Our office was being fixed up due to severe water damage from floods, and it was an amazing time. When we got home a few days ago, the entire house was destroyed. Beer bottles everywhere. Legal age for drinking is 18 here. Couch was torn to shreds and shattered glass all over the floor. I asked her what the hell happened, and she claimed that she had a small get-together. What? I told her she needs to clean everything up and pay for the couch, and that I don't want her living with me again until I can see a solid change in her attitude and respect for my house. She started crying and begging for me to give her another chance, but I told her I'm done. She asked how she was supposed to pay for the couch without a job, and I told her to find a way. After she cleaned up everything, she locked herself in a room and didn't come out for a few hours. This isn't the first time she's done this. She did a similar thing a few months prior, but not to this extent. I figured I'd let it slide since it wasn't too bad to clean, but told her if it happens again, she'll need to find somewhere else to live, because she can't keep having parties here. I called my parents and told them everything, and they said that she could live with them while she looks for a job in place of her own. Let her know that she needs to leave because I can't trust her anymore, and she started screaming at me. My boyfriend eventually had to step in and tell her she needs to leave, or he'd call the police, and I got her to calm down and start packing. Eventually, she had a bag packed with basic necessities, and I told her I'd box all her stuff and drive it up to her parents for her. She hasn't spoken to me since, but her friends have come to my house and tell me that I'm an awful sister for not letting her have fun. What? I understand that she, an adult, can have fun, but she can do that while being respectful of other people's properties and belongings. No. No. Not the asshole. She's respecting your property and boundaries. She isn't a child. She's an adult. Why does she have a job at 19? I'm assuming it's because she's in school. She needs to decide if she wants to have these mini ragers or be a responsible adult. If she did this at any other place she was renting, she'd be out on her ass. Sounds like her parents have your side. Friends are immature as hell too. They were most likely there destroying your home as well, so why would their opinions matter? Nope, she's not in school, just a complete freeloader. She claimed she was looking for work, but couldn't find any jobs hiring. Obviously bullshit. But she also didn't want to move to another city away from her friends. And I decided I should have just cracked down and made her pay rent, so that's definitely my mistake. Damn. Whew, that's crazy. Alright. Well. Ooh. That doesn't seem like there's too many good ones anymore. So we're gonna end our Am I the Asshole on this one. I think this one looks interesting. Okay, it's short. Alright. Would I be the asshole if I sell or donate my ex-husband's items he left me with after almost 6 years? Ooh. That's really funny. I actually ran into a lady at Target, and I was looking at a wall of water bottles. And I was holding a book that I got from the Target section, because I was going to read it. And she's like, oh, what book are you reading? And I was like, oh, this is the book. And she's like, oh, I I read a book by an Asian author before. I'm like looking at the book and the name wasn't giving Asian at all. And I was like, right. Okay. and I think she's like, so what's the plot of the book? And I was like, it's a romance book. And she's like, oh, I don't read romance anymore after my ex-husband cheated on me. I was like, oh. Okay. That's cool. So you don't read at all? She's like, I read. She's like, oh, okay. She just kept going. And I'm like trying to like find like a way to like extract myself from this aisle. She just keeps going. And I do the laugh and walk away move where like you're like laughing and agreeing, but you run. And I'm like, ah, run. I was so confused. Yeah, no, that happened like 3 days ago, I think, actually. Hi, Nico! Trauma dumping on a Tuesday morning. That's what I'm saying. I was just holding a book. Yeah, the laugh and run is the move. That's, yeah, exactly. Alright, let's see. So, I divorced my husband in May of 2019. When he moved, he left a lot of things behind, but after a couple of months, he came and got some of it. That's been almost 6 years ago. I've kept in loose contact with him over the years. We had 6 cats together, and I've kept him in the loop about them, their health, deaths. Each time I asked him about getting his items, he'd give me the whole, I'll come in a few months to get them. They never show. Was her ex Asian? I have no idea. I did not ask. If your life was a comic, I would read it because you go through a lot. People are always saying that I need to sell my life to Netflix and make it a show, and I'm like, no thanks. Now, some of the items are unique. Some pictures his mother painted, a bar with glassware set, a set of tall corner tables, family Christmas decorations, the rest is generic crap. Clothes, books, etc. Stuff has been in my unused formal living room for the entire time, and I'm tired of looking at all of it, and just want to finally get things straightened in that room. Last time I reached out to him, I got no response. So, would I be the asshole if I finally donate or sell it all? Of course not. Make some motherfucking money. I would make so much money. I would make so much money off of that shit. Fucking get rid of that. Get rid of it and make some coin, baby. Thank you so much for the follow, Lunabug and Sinjin. Welcome in. Well, that is probably the last Am I the Asshole post we're going to read today. How long did I read that for? Well, it was like a whole, like, almost 2 hours. I think it's been a whole 2 hours we've been on Am I the Asshole? two whole hours. I mean, we did read a lot of crazy ones. I think for okay. Yeah, I think the best story we read today was Tammy Light. Yeah, Tammy was evil. If you guys weren't there for the Tammy story, that shit was insane. I will definitely upload this VOD. I think this will be a very enjoyable VOD for anyone that watches. But yeah, that shit was crazy. Oh my god. It's 10:31 for me today. I did start streaming pretty late. We've only been streaming for 2-something hours. This is like the shortest stream I've done. If I end now. Do I have energy to do anything else? Let me think. I know if I get on TikTok. I know if I get on TikTok. Yeah, listen. we're gonna be here for a while. I'd be down to scroll TikTok though. I do need to use the bathroom though. So let me go run ads now. I'm gonna run ads now. And I'm gonna use a bathroom. So if you guys need to use a bathroom too, we could go to the bathroom together. Separate bathrooms, but together. Like a vibe. There's gonna be a full-on clip. That's what I'm saying. I'm so relaxed over here. Your amazing voice makes it funny. Am I the asshole? Stories are soothing. I still can't believe the one person that thought, they were like, are you like an audiobook reader? No, I'm just talking to my phone. Is people sending you your fave TikToks an idea? Oh, people have done that before. They would like send TikToks in the Discord and I would watch them on stream. Yeah, we've done that before. But hold on. Let me go pee-pee. I run ads, so go pee-pee too. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, okay. 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 Alright, sicko mode. Alrighty, so I'm gonna wrap it here for the VOD. So VOD watchers, I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna add a little ending screen here because when I watch TikToks, I have to cut that part off because of DMCA. So thank you so much, VOD watchers. Meow, 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 meow. Now we're gonna pretend I'm ending for like 30 seconds so I have room to cut the VOD.